welcome everyone to the rookies. This is our semi-weekly gameplay stream of Jump Rangers with people who haven't played Jump Rangers before. Once again, we have Buster the Destroyer as Bam Bam, and we have Liz Ransdell as Ripper. Do you want to tell anybody what's going on with you, Buster? What's life been about since our last stream?
Life has been about a lot of things. I've been working as a prep chef here in the last week. I'm still got my job in marketing, but I'm working as a prep chef as well, so it's kind of cool. Been kind of crazy, and streams are going and all that stuff. You can find me, Buster the Destroyer, here on Twitch. Just come find me and watch me play some Star Citizen. Speaking of Star Citizen, we were just discussing before we went live was some really exciting moment. Today's a really exciting day in Star Citizen, so
Yep.
So no more. Go look that up, because otherwise we'll just sit here and talk about it for like another 30 minutes.
But I will take a minute to say congratulations to everybody at CIG.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Worked with CIG. Congratulations, guys and ladies and everybody. Congratulations. Well done. Gaming history is afoot, folks. Afoot.
Yeah.
Liz, would you like to tell everybody what's going on with you? To any extent?
Honestly, actually, we're just about to start our Kickstarter. We're about to do our pre-release for Alice, a horror comic. It's our first as a team with the Studio Metropolis. And so, beyond all the other crazy moving stuff and getting back from Disneyland stuff, that's our next big thing, is to get this comic out to the world.
Fantastic. Do you want to tell everybody what the basic idea of the comic is?
Well, Alice is actually the third of her name. She's the granddaughter of the original Alice, and she has left Wonderland on the run from the chickens coming home to roost. And it's honestly just a story about someone who may not have caused the problem, but still has to fix it. Kind of like what we're seeing around us everywhere. It's a little dark. It's a little funny. There's a sex shop fight scene.
Good.
It's got all the good stuff.
Excellent. Thank you very much for joining me. When last we left Bam Bam and Ripper, they had snuck past a pair of Jotun robots and had found their way to the data core of a downed Lume mothership with a fellow tech ranger who technically outranks them by the name of Bigmouth. And in the final moments of our last session, while accessing the data core of the Lume mothership, Bigmouth was overwhelmed by some kind of electrical discharge. And I know you guys had your own suspicions about what that was about, but that is where we left our adventurers. Does anybody have any questions about the game before we begin?
Yeah, good.
So in the final moments of the last game, Bigmouth let you know that he had it, that he had the location of the Lume motherworld, of the Lume homeworld, and was consumed by the crackling energy. And now he's sort of erratically shaking in your arms as he lies there on top of this massive set of data banks, which doesn't really look like anything humans would identify as servers. It's a large, cylindrical, almost mini asteroid of tech in the middle of this web-like superstructure. And the inside of the Lume mothership is mostly webbing of various alloys and conduits all tying together the interior parts of this ship, because they don't need, except for very specific parts of the spaceship, they don't need life support. And there were, as you recall, a handful of Lume worker robots, Dwerge, which are essentially robotic spiders the size of Mini Coopers. Crawling their way through the interior of this ship. You'd managed to sneak past several of them, getting to the data core, and now you're here, and Bigmouth isn't staying particularly quiet. He's not screaming, but he's muttering and moaning. He's having kind of a Battlestar Galactica moment.
Okay.
Okay. Bam Bam's gonna kind of look at Ripper, because she's the one with more than this going on.
True.
He's gonna look at her and
True.
just kind of look between the two of them, like, "Can you?" With that look of, "Can you fix this? Can you do something?" I know otherwise she would be like kind of check. I mean, she doesn't have any medical specialty, but she'd probably be checking to make sure, like, overall he's not like physically harmed.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like making sure he's okay-ish, at least okay-ish enough for us to like get out of there.
So you're gonna try and meld psychically. Now, the plan that you had formed earlier, which may or may not still be the plan, was to hijack the Valhalla when it eventually comes to pick up this mothership.
Right.
Oh yeah, we're taking it. It's
So,
ours.
Yeah, like,
if you leave the mothership now, you're gonna miss your chance to steal a Valhalla.
right.
Yeah, we can't leave right away.
No,
It took us
we're
like
not,
a whole day.
I don't know that we want to leave the ship, but we might want to move
Okay.
in case there was a
Yeah.
disturbance.
Okay.
Yeah, in that case, Bam Bam would like totally do her best to like pick him up or like drag him, or we
But
climbed
if
a
he
lot.
can self-ambulate, like if
Okay.
we can shake him out of it
So
or
you're gonna
snap
try
him
and
to
you're gonna
it.
try and connect with with Bigmouth
Yeah.
on a psychic level.
Yeah,
If
I'm
she
really
wants
regretting
to.
some choices I made.
I was the one who's like kind of giving you the idea to do it. That doesn't mean you have to do it in character, right?
But I'm the only one young enough, apparently. So,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to let this happen.
Okay.
Side. We don't want to
Alright.
wait too long before we check out all the rest of our toys.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So so this is interesting. So it's your spirit dice.
Right.
many
Oh
dice-
gosh.
You have good spirit. This is
I
this
know.
is-
I'm just trying to remember where my.
Oh, do you have your character sheet?
I didn't remember my character sheet.
Okay.
Let's see.
You'd
I'm
have higher
7, so
spirit than
it's
me.
6. Yeah.
I have like three, so you definitely have to have like
Right.
5 or
Pretty
6.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had 5
We're
plus.
gonna need the character sheet. If you could take a second to look for it.
If only my children were within reach. But no, this is the one time they leave me alone all day.
Yep,
Okay.
that's
I'll be
brilliant.
right back.
All right.
I guess in the meantime, like while she's doing that,
Yep.
however long it takes her, she's kind of doing that. Like I said, I would like maybe physically be kind of assessing him, and also probably like if there's something on the way, I want to prepare for it. Because I might have to protect the two of them while she does her thing, and
Which
he's
of
like,
those two things is the higher priority? Assessing your immediate danger, or dealing with Bigmouth?
Assessing immediate dangers.
Right. So this is going to be a mind check.
Okay. We're doing a check with me right quick while you were doing that.
Yeah.
Before we get into anything else, also, I'm going to hit pause for 1 second, and I'm going to say, you guys, just to remind you that there are 2 ways to advance your character apart from finishing missions.
Right.
One of those ways is to pick a virtue that you think is relevant to the roles that you are making in a particular game, and name that virtue, and then call, just like a pool table, call 3 roles over the course of the game where you feel pretty sure you can make that roll and you can prove that you have that virtue. And if you nail all of those rolls, you get the virtue.
Okay, I'm going to pick one.
Yeah, I thought you might want to before we started rolling.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna pick a virtue, and she already has focus and assertive, so I think I'm gonna like have one like adept, as in like walk on their feet, like tries to, you know what I mean, like thinking on your feet.
Adept is like competent is a good thing to be.
Yeah, just adept as in flexible, right? I don't want to like call it flexible because that's a little less specific, but I think adept is pretty specific.
I like it. I think
Okay.
adept is a great one. I think
Okay.
I think you're gaming the game a little bit, but the point is to game the game. Like this is not a game.
Well,
No.
I'm also thinking from the character's perspective, like she's trying to like be a good assessor of things in general.
Okay.
So
you have to, in advance of making any rolls, Buster, you have to tell me if this is one of your 3 adept rolls. If you fail any one of these 3 rolls, you are not adept. But just write it in very lightly at the top of your character sheet so we know what we're shooting for. We'll just put 3 check marks next to it as you go, and then you get to write it under your virtues.
Okay. I'm not gonna use it on this one because I think this is like this she already has like things that can kind of help her in this situation. So I'm not gonna call it on this one, but
if you
on this
think
roll.
you can make the roll, you should call
it. Okay, then I'll call it. Okay, that's a good point. I thank you for telling me that because that's a, I didn't want to like feel like I was trying to get one over on you.
This game is it embraces
a negotiation.
Yes, it's supposed to be. It's a social.
Yeah,
it's got social game mechanics. So don't be afraid to try and break it because number 1, this is a playtest, and number 2, Jump Rangers isn't fun if you're not bending it. You know what I mean? It's the point is to teach kids to be resourceful with what they have.
Okay.
Do you want to sit on this for a minute, Liz, or is there a virtue you want to take a shot at?
No, I'm gonna have to think.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to think.
Okay. All right. So, Buster, how many mind dice do you have?
For mind, I have 4.
Okay. All right.
And then I think maybe tactics is applicable out of my obviously basic training and tactics maybe because like I'm assessing the tactics of another a potential enemy.
I will 100% give you tactics on this.
And focused is a virtue because I mean like it takes focus to like assess something. So
absolutely true. So
okay.
You got
so that's all I got.
That's all you got right now?
Yeah. Training, basic training, tactics.
And how many dice do you have?
4.
You have a target of 3. You have 4 dice. Now,
okay.
I'm going to tell you the difficulty on this roll before you tell me whether or not it's actually something you want to do. Just give me 1 sec. Let me scroll down here to the difficulty chart because you are in a situation you haven't been before. Okay. You're going to need 3 victories on this roll.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a long shot.
I think I can do it.
Okay. And are you sure there's nothing else on your character sheet that can help you?
I mean, sabotage, but that's...
No, I agree. That's not it.
Yeah, and combat, I mean, I'm not in an active...
Combat is...
Okay, because I'm assessing for combat. Yeah,
now,
okay.
What are your virtues?
Focus and assertive. Assertive doesn't really apply. Focus applies.
So now you have a target of 5.
Okay.
I need 3 victories. You have 4 dice.
Okay.
Go for it.
Let's go. 1.
You got a 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
I re-roll that, right?
Yep.
4.
Okay, that's 2 victories on your first die. Okay. All right.
Oh, I got an 8.
Now you're down to 1 victory.
5.
Barely. That's 2 victories.
And I got 1 more, right? Yeah.
Yep.
3. Oh, that's good.
All right.
Yes. Thank you, reroll. Thank you, 1. Thank you, 1.
You got.
Thank you, William Riker. Number 1, always.
You got 1 check next to adept. 1 check. What's 1 out of your 3 rolls?
Yes. Yay. This is exciting.
So, you scan the area. Do you have any? So you scan the area. You look at old data banks that you have on Lume motherships and how they work. You look at the dwerge that are distantly making their way across the superstructure, right?
Right.
You're gonna go ahead and estimate based on your survey that the closest dwerge to you is 2 combat rounds away. If you start making noise, it's going to take it 2 combat rounds to reach you.
Okay, so basically I know we need to be quiet and if we get loud, we have 2 combat rounds before we're attacked. Okay.
That's right. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is that there are, based on what you are guessing, probably 12 of these dwerge inside the mothership as a whole. They're looking for something. They're searching.
Okay.
That's the other thing you know. They are actively looking for something. You don't know what they're looking for.
Okay.
But
so I got a little info.
But here's the thing that strikes you as odd. Motherships get abandoned when they crash.
Oh, there's something important here. Okay.
And dwerge are not drones. I know we talked about this last time, but dwerge are actually piloted by Lume intelligences.
Right. Okay.
So they shouldn't be here.
Got you. Okay, so I look at Ripper before she's about to, I'm like, look, it's there. We cannot make any noise because they'll be here on us fast if we make noise. So duct tape his mouth.
You did bring duct tape.
See?
It was only a matter of time before Bigmouth got his mouth taped.
And then I tell her too. I say, they shouldn't be here. A mothership should be abandoned by now by these. I forgot what they're called. Dwerge.
Yep.
Dwerge. The Dwerge should have abandoned ship by now. There is something still here. They are looking for something. Whatever it is, we probably want to get it before they do, if we can. But fix him first. Fix him. Okay, there you go. End my part of the scene.
All right. Excellent. Liz.
All right.
So is it 5 or 6 dice?
6.
6. You're going to need it. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to call this brave. I'm going to need to see 6 victories from you. Now, let's take a second to digest that because you don't have to do this all at once. You can break this process down into multiple steps if you want to and use compound successes, right? We talked about that last time.
Right,
you can also use Buster's help if you think you can. But what do you have on your character sheet?
Well, nothing. I'm not super equipped for this moment. Clearly psychic.
Yes.
Smart.
That's 2.
I feel like that's my
basic training.
Yeah, and basic training. Those are my universals.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if for checking him, that's it. I think that's really all I've got. Because other than untamed, stealthy, I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I have untamed.
We're gonna untamed. I'll allow untamed.
Oh, okay.
I mean, unless you're being very delicate with this process, but I don't think. I mean, your name's Ripper.
Yeah, no, I don't know that delicate is in my nature.
I think you're.
And that's not just like it's not. I mean, there's a reason I chose it for that in my character because I'm not delicate anywhere.
So if you're kicking down the door to his psyche, I'd say that's pretty untamed.
Right. Okay.
That's 4.
Right.
Okay. All right. 4 dice.
Yeah.
I mean, a 4 target of 4. 6 dice, target of 4. Tell me how that goes for you, and I'm gonna look something up real quick while you do that.
Sounds awful. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Did I not phrase that in the most comforting way? Oh.
3.
3.
5.
So the 3 was the reroll of the 1, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you are at 2 victories. 5 is not a victory
8.
for you.
3. Is that 4?
5. So 8 is -1.
Yep.
Yes. So now you're down to 1 victory, you said, and then 4, which is back up to 2.
Right. But is that...
You have 1 more.
I have 1 more. Okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure I lost... Oh, 3 again.
3. Okay. 3 victories. We're just going to roll some dice here. It's an 8. That's an 8. So
I need a better app for my dice. This doesn't make any noise, so sometimes I wonder if I actually rolled.
1, 2. Okay.
No, don't do that. No.
All right. So, not the strongest play on either part, but you focus, you center yourself, you peer into Bigmouth's mind. And
Big
just
broken
as
head.
space starts to dilate and your senses start to transform into more of a connection with this, blooming garbage human. We'll give it to Bigmouth. Bigmouth is a jump ranger, not for nothing, right? But he has some things to learn about life. You just get smacked out of his mind in a way that you have never experienced before. Just like not in the most useful or like competent way, but more like a school kid just like trying not to get their head shoved in the toilet, just shoving you by the shoulders, right? Get out like that. Only of course there's no words or anything to it, but this very like inept, pathetic, but forceful shove, and you almost like lose your balance because of it. It's a little dis because you've never experienced anything like that before. You're not necessarily a telepath by trade, but this isn't your first rodeo.
Right. Huh.
And this isn't something you've experienced before. This is also distinctly non-Bigmouthy in nature.
Okay.
It's a distinctly non-Bigmouth consciousness just shoved you.
So all I know is that we are not alone.
Take from that information what you will. Bigmouth opens his eyes at this moment, and says, hang on 1 sec. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is the right number of dice. We're just going to make sure that we are. Oh, it's this. This is the worst. Oh my god, too many 8s. Bigmouth opens his eyes and goes, hi. I have the coordinates for the Lume home world.
Oh. I'm just looking at Bam Bam like little sideways glances like do you we gotta if we
You're
were
not
alone
dead.
right now, we'd have a different conversation.
Humans like to hijack of a holler with me.
Yes.
This, like, a self-satisfied expression falls over Bigmouth's face, as though pleased with himself, like in a way that
he got us.
Yeah,
Would you like a snack?
Yeah, snack.
How you feeling?
Yes, humans. Snack. I will snack.
Now, like Bam Bam.
Human.
Bam Bam's internal monologue is, okay, he's totally one of them now. We'll give him a snack and he'll never betray us.
What does Bam Bam
She gets her best snack out.
Like,
okay,
I'm a little nervous.
This is Bam Bam. This is where inventory matters. I'm just gonna ask you: is the only snack that Bam Bam has your food paste from your food pack right now, or did you actively raid?
No, I took. Remember, I had candy bars.
Okay,
that is true.
Okay, all right.
We're not winning anybody over with food paste.
Tip somebody with a candy bar in the last episode.
Bet it's their first.
And we're like, there's no capitalism. I'm like, tip him a candy bar.
So you give
I'm gonna give this. I'm
Loudmouth,
gonna give
Bigmouth a candy bar.
Bigmouth 2.0.
I'm gonna convert this robot person
So
with
Bigmouth
chocolate.
just takes the candy bar and just sticks it right in his mouth, seemingly
Go like-
unaware that there's
There's
a
a
wrapper.
wrapper?
Right, there is a wrapper.
Okay, Data.
Was
Data's one of the old ones my parents told me about. You're like him. Here you go. Now, when you put it in your mouth, you chew so you don't hurt yourself.
I do not hurt myself. I am an effective human.
Chew it and then swallow, but chew it 24 times.
Okay. Bigmouth chews the candy bar, and his eyes just go. Let's.
Let's do it.
Roll it.
Roll for this.
We're fine.
Roll for a reaction.
Yep. I just wanted to see if you got neat. That's all. I was just
Kids
curious.
giving robots candy. This seems like some kind of Wonka world.
Synthetic chemicals in this. What did you call it? You call this snack are eliciting neurological responses of a pleasing nature.
Yeah, we like them too.
The only
I'm
thing
going to
we
be
need
bringing
now.
up the rear from now on. I'm going to the back. Go to the back.
Yeah, you bring up. Okay, so let's hijack the stuff.
Well,
are you ready?
You haven't heard any news from the Valhalla yet. You're going to need to find a safe hiding spot. Now,
okay.
So you have a couple of options here. One of them is just to seal up your suits and kind of camp out in your suits. The other is to see if there's anybody or anything in the science base, which is where they study the Rexors and the Undersors.
Well, is like the science base somewhere where we would want to end up anyway?
Want is a strong word for the particular situation that the science bays offer, but yeah, that's where the life support is on board a Lume mothership.
I just mean like in relation to like what we're trying to achieve.
It seems like a decent place to hide as long as there isn't any trouble there. What you don't know is, so like when the science bays are active, they do have drones that sometimes check the undersource and security systems, as well as any number of Rexors that are getting experimented on at any given point in time. And they feed them with the undersource. It's a mess in there. So if none of that is going on, it should be a very safe place. But if any little piece of that is going on, you could have more trouble than you bargained for.
Yeah, I think we should just camp in the suits, like maybe in a somewhat what seems like a off the radar a little bit, because I don't want to like add something to our bucket when it's not a necessary location to visit.
Okay. So
yeah.
The only
Who's babysitting Bigmouth?
We both are.
Okay.
So the only trick to living in your suit is making sure that you use your octanator to charge each and every one of your pieces of equipment once a day. That's it. Just make sure you take an hour over the course of a day somewhere to charge your stuff. And
yeah, like at the end of the night. Yeah.
And your suit will sustain you. Your food pack will filter out stuff from the air in your suit and make paste and water for you to use and all that stuff. It's gross, but it's survivable. So
okay.
Okay. All right. So that's a plan. You're going to try and find an out-of-the-way spot, maybe where there aren't any computers, anything, because you know that the Dwerge are looking for something. So what you want to do is find a spot where there's nothing to find.
Yeah, exactly.
Who wants to be in charge?
Bigmouth might know where that is.
Oh, yeah, a tactical assessment of safety. And Bigmouth crosses furrows his brow for a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see what we got.
You don't need to feed Maya.
Are you helping Bigmouth in any particular way?
I would, because I'm pretty good at. I already assessed like that the fact that we have these things around us and not, all that. So maybe.
Yeah, I think we need to find out where Bigmouth is with us. Like, how with us? Even. So keeping them, alive.
Yeah.
And okay. And also not in communication with other robots, just
I think,
in case.
I think you, I think you and I
happens.
are in the same wavelength. Like, I think our characters are kind of seeing, like, both going, yeah, this is, like, cool for some reasons, but not for others.
Yeah, there's a chance, like, I think we're safe as long as...
We'll work this to our advantage.
Yeah.
If we keep making him think, like, we're not a threat.
Okay.
That
makes sense. What can you offer to Bigmouth's role to find safety?
I can, with whatever, like, information I pulled earlier, right? About, like, maybe, like, where these bots are and things like that. And the fact that they're looking for something. So I'll kind of give him, like, send that over to him if there's, kind of.
That's a big assumption. Perhaps they are simply patrolling. Why
would they be here if the ship is down?
Who can say? Who can say? But he takes your advice. So hit me with. So we'll add one automatic victory for the information that you've already gathered.
Okay.
Do you have any virtues or training that you want to offer at the role?
Tactics, combat.
Yep. Okay.
I want to say basic training, of course. Sabotage, maybe, because, like, I don't really think it applies. It kind of doesn't.
No.
It would apply if we were setting a trap, but not.
Focused applies.
Yeah, focus applies for sure under my virtues. So there you go. Focused out of virtues, and then for training, basic training in combat and tactics.
Anything from you, Liz? We'll throw away.
I'd say the stealth.
Yes.
Farseeing.
Yes.
Psychic might. Psychic feels pretty specific.
It is, but it's
smart.
Yep.
And then basic training as well. So if you wanted to utilize me,
there we go.
It would be there's a bunch there on that one.
Utilize a lot.
Okay, great. So this is where Jump Rangers can become pretty broken. When players try to work together, and especially when they have someone with a lot of skills working with them, things can compound pretty quickly. You have 12 victories on your roll. So now there's a lot of dice here as well. So in this particular case, you've definitely this is how we use the cooperative action system is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Bigmouth takes the parameters that you've given him, despite offering his doubts about your overall assessment of the situation. He leads you to an extremely quiet, safe corner of the mothership and uses his grappling line to strap himself into the rigging around him. Because one of the other things that you're going to find, of course, is that when this mothership takes off, there is no artificial gravity.
Yeah.
And until there's no artificial gravity, there's going to be a lot of gravity as you are accelerated towards the sky, pulling you down.
Yeah. So we would probably do the same.
So we're going to go ahead and strap in too.
Yeah. Highly.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of tell you off to the side, like where he can't hear it. I'm basically going to tell you, like, maybe we should take shifts in keeping an eye on him.
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
go.
strap myself in right next to him, and let's see, I'm 7, so bigger than me. I don't have a candy bar, but I can hold his hand.
Well, yep,
Okay.
that's true. You hold. You hold.
Okay. Do you want first or second? We like basically I go and then like when it's time, I'll go on the other side of him, so we'll both surround him.
Yeah.
But right now we're just
Yeah,
like in the middle of like
I'll
kind
take
of
first shift.
climbing.
I'll take first shift. I'm kind of curious. I want to know what's going on in there.
Okay.
Like, that was a lot, really fast, and I feel like, I don't know, maybe there's more there. I don't know.
I agree.
I'm just
It's
curious. I was like, if something
Be
different
nice, but
happened.
we have to stay nice to him. He seems to be trying to get something out of us too.
Right. So
Okay, so
don't say
we have like
anything, but
we have
listen
like a
well.
little whispered agreed plan,
We
and
got this.
then I guess each of us straps on either side of him so he's surrounded by us rather than
Right.
one of us
But
only
in a
being
nice way,
exposed. Yeah. We're nice.
you know.
So you're making an effort to make Bigmouth feel as comfortable as possible, as safe
Yeah,
as
like
possible.
I don't think I think we're cautious, but we're also like genuinely like obviously like Bigmouth's a person. It's like somewhere in there's the actual Bigmouth.
And he
So we
hasn't
need to
hurt
like
us. He took us somewhere
Yeah.
safe when we asked him to.
True.
Yeah, so it's like a 10 like this is weird, but like what else can we do with him?
Go
at the
ahead
same
and
time?
make a heart roll to see how comfortable you can make Bigmouth.
Each of us?
This seems to be your initiative, Bam Bam. Do you disagree, Ripper? The whole make Bigmouth
I think
deal.
I think it's pretty equal footing there. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe I am
I'll
the
let
nicer
both
one.
of you make a roll, or I'll let you make a roll together. What do you think?
All right. Let's do this. Let's do this together.
Okay.
Yeah, together.
Who's making the social contact here?
I have
I
4
will.
heart. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
All right. So you got 4 dice. Bam Bam. What do you bring to this effort?
Gosh, I do not have any soft skills at all. I mean, I'm focused and assertive. Like, I can't really be assertive and be. I mean, you could be assertively nice to people, but that doesn't always work out well.
Yes.
So,
But focus is good. In fact,
yeah, focus is probably good.
if you're
counts.
really good at focus, then sometimes it gets you to
I'm gonna add this to my adept because I think being adept in social. I'm gonna call this shot.
That's fair. This is your second adept roll.
He is a robot. Can I use piloting?
Nope.
I'm just teasing.
I like, but that's you're finding the spirit of the game. That's the right question. No.
Okay. So yeah, focus I think applies. Basic training, obviously, always. Yep. Yeah, I don't think combat sabotage tactics or piloting really apply here.
No.
Because I don't have sabotage. I would say sabotage if we were trying to manipulate him, but I don't really feel like we're trying to manipulate him. We're just trying to like make the best of a situation and understand what he wants.
Yeah,
I don't even know how to manipulate him.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm like I said, I'm gonna call it for adept because I think this is something that like requires like thinking on your feet.
Go ahead and lose one of your dice for Liz's participation. So now you're down to 3 dice. Liz, what do you bring to this effort?
I have nothing but soft skills.
Great.
Yeah.
So psychic, untamed, smart, basic training, and far-seeing. Well,
no, far-seeing counts because if you can because you're playing that like. Did you ever see the movie Next?
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
But I'm gonna.
It's a
think.
It's a Nicolas Cage action film.
Yeah.
Oh. And I haven't seen. I must have seen it then.
It was right about when Nicolas Cage.
We'll talk about reasons why at another time.
Yeah, fair enough. No, I think that you personally understood.
Yeah. Okay. So that was like 5 of my. That was like 5 of my 7. Psychic, untamed, smart, basic training, far-seeing. Yeah.
Far-seeing.
Yeah.
So that was 5 or 6.
5.
5. Okay. Plus Buster, you had 3, right? So you have You have a target of 7 plus 1 automatic victory. That's how this works. You have 3 dice. So
Okay.
obviously the difficulty is not going to be super easy because we have a ranger under duress here. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say that this is a gutsy move.
Okay.
So no, it's challenging. It's challenging. I need 4 victories from you.
Okay,
So
cool.
don't roll 8s.
Yeah, I'm gonna just not do that. It's gonna be fine. Let me get my dice roller back up. I think I accidentally closed out of it.
Okay.
Roller. There we go. There it is. Okay, yay. All right, here we go. So I gotta roll 4 times, correct?
3 times. You only get 3
3
rolls.
times. The three.
But you have 1
Okay.
automatic victory.
Okay. 3.
2 automatic. You have 2 victories. it adds
3.
Okay, 3 victories.
Okay, here we go. 4.
Okay, you made it.
Oh,
And I got my check off. Yay!
yeah, you did.
To the stressed. It
I
adds,
think, right? Yeah.
I think the I like the mechanics of the new virtues thing.
Yeah, I do.
It
It's
stresses.
fun.
Yeah. So
It's exciting.
I'm
so
gonna have to spend a week thinking about my choice because I can't decide right now.
so you you hold Big Mouth's hand, and Big Mouth says, I like human physical contact.
Oh. Everybody likes human physical contact.
It's okay. He's learning.
He's like,
'What's your name?
2, 3, 4, 6,
Straight to
7.
it.
Oh yeah, no, he's not fucking around. He's not gonna take any risks. Okay. Okay. Give me 1 sec here. Poor guy.
This is so interesting. I'm really enjoying this dynamic a lot. Yeah.
4, 5. Okay. Oh, okay, good. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And now we're going to roll for poor Big Mouth.
Or Big Mouth.
Oh, Big Mouth. My name is my name is Help.
Okay. Help. Where did that come from?
Help is my name. What is your
What do
name?
you do? Bam Bam.
Bam Bam. Okay. What do you do? You said.
Yeah. What
do
do you do? Help.
All right. Let's see what.
Help is not the brightest spark in the Lume, is he?
No. Well, they take a lot of things for granted when it comes to organics. 1,
Yeah.
2.
Because now I'm trying to suss out if
4,
help
5,
is
6, 7.
Big Mouth or if help is like what the purpose of this thing is.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
What did you do? Did you kill? You didn't kill him,
Whenever,
did you?
My
whenever he
function
makes
is I am possessed.
Okay, it's pretty cool. It's pretty metal, actually.
Yeah.
We're working on it, but we don't understand it quite yet. We'll try.
You do not need to work on it. I am possessed is my function. What is your function?
Major malfunction.
Was
we're exploring. I'm not giving anything away.
You can explore a great deal on planet Lumina.
Where?
Planet Lumina.
Is that where you're from? Poor Bigmouth is like fighting with something. and I
we're
hope we're
choosing
not
it
making
over
it
him.
worse.
Oh,
I'm trying to assess what
sad. That is 4 8s.
Ooh.
My guy just sucks.
For who? No. Which one of them? I guess we'll find out.
My poor guy.
I feel like we're choosing help over Bigmouth at this point.
Is he like showing any like signs of physical stress, by the way?
It's not too bad. It's not too
bad. Okay, so he's not like overly sweaty. He's not like okay. As long as he's not like hyperventilating and freaking out. Because I wouldn't want to like be pressing the wrong button, so to speak.
No.
I wouldn't want to hurt Bigmouth, you know.
Yep. I am from planet Get Me Out of Here.
All right, time to take a nap.
All right, so we know that Bigmouth is still in there. At least I think Bigmouth is still in there.
This is us talking out of character, but he absolutely is, but like we can't do anything for him right now. Like we just can't until we get into this place. Like maybe getting this ship off the ground can help us help him. Maybe taking, it's one of those things where it's like there's two things inside at war, and he obviously wants control of his own body again, but we have no clue how to do that.
Okay, but also this is funnier.
I know.
Bigmouth was not nearly this much fun.
I know.
Yesterday.
I'm really into this. This poor NPC.
So, like, do we have to help?
We'll figure that out. I think we'll figure that out in character as we go along, because I think that they're like kind of getting the tip of the iceberg here of what's happening.
You also know that Bigmouth is not the bravest or most composed of Jump Rangers.
Yeah, so whatever's going on is like very scary to him, but it doesn't seem unsafe at the moment. At least for his body. Maybe for us it is, but for his, like, the state of his body and his mind seems workable.
Can we get a message maybe to, because apparently he's aware of us. Can we get a message to him that lets him know we know? Like, we're cool? We're just kind of riding this a little bit? Hey, help.
Yes.
We got to take care of some things, and we got to do some traveling.
Planet Lumina is a place where you can travel to.
It is a place we could travel to. It would be cool if we could travel there in a Valhalla.
It will be cool. In addition, it could be the easiest way to get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Life support will be minimal en route to Planet Lumina.
We'll make it work. All right, everybody get some.
I wonder. Do you think that Bigmouth-ish would be able to help us create a space that supports life, or find a corner that does as a backup if needed? Like, can we talk to him about that, or are we just going to leave him tied to a pylon piece of webbing so that we can survive this in our suits?
That's a
Are you asking me or him?
You. You're the oldest functional kid at the moment.
Yeah.
So should we move? Should we move him, or are we good?
Let's stay here for
Okay.
the night for a few hours.
Okay.
And she kind of looks over at Bigmouth and she just says, "We're working on it, but we gotta take a nap."
Yeah.
Naps, naps,
Or-
naps are essential to normal human functioning.
Yes,
They
they
are,
are.
especially when you're
Meow.
7.
Yeah.
He said
Well,
the
and then
way that he
she, and
says
then she,
this leads you to believe that like he's kind of testing his newfound knowledge of people.
right.
Like he's kind of like did I get it? Like
You're absolutely right. And so we're going to do that. We're
Yeah.
going to do that. And I'm going to sleep. I'm going to stay up first just to,
Yeah, but
'cause
he doesn't know
I
that. We
have,
talked about
I,
that
yeah,
private.
I have
Yeah.
funny sleep. I have funny sleep cycles. So I'm
Yeah.
just going to chill
Well,
here while you two
Bam
sleep.
Bam takes no time to fall asleep.
okay. All right.
She's just like,
All right.
this is a life.
So
Oh,
we are going to just check in on the Dwerge to see if they have any hope of tracking you down.
I'm more interested in what they were looking for. Not
Probably
even.
him. Probably him.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Oh, good thing we're hidden.
Let's see here.
Well, well, no, this all happened after. I assessed that they were around after this happened to him at the end of last. Yeah, so for all we know, that could be it. Could be wrong.
5. All right.
Yeah, but if it's right, maybe he'll want our
Our help.
maybe he'll want
To
our help.
avoid them. Yeah.
Maybe they'll want our help as much as he does.
So
Okay.
the Dwerge spend the next several hours scouring the interior of this mothership for any possible sign. Now, it hasn't probably occurred to them that what they're looking for could be in a meat sack. So,
Called it.
so they scour the interior of the ship. They check all the systems right up until the moment the mothership starts to lurch. And you can hear massive creaking and grinding as some kind of massive claw system works its way. The mothership is kind of shaped like a jellyfish. It's what a mothership should be, right?
Yeah.
Something is scraping along the top of the bell and hooking itself beneath the lip of this. And the mothership
Yeah.
is like we said, the size of Alcatraz Island. It's huge.
Yeah.
So
And you
whatever
hear
this
like all
is,
that groaning of metal.
and the thrusters, just the sound, the thunder of these thrusters as
Yeah.
they lower whatever this thing is down over the mothership until eventually it all just kind of clangs into place, at which point the Dwerge leave.
I am definitely holding the biggest kid's hand right now.
Was
It's cool. I don't care. Be possessed.
everything starts to
Okay.
shake. Everything starts to shake. Now you're clipped in, you're safe, right? But everything starts to shake as this mothership is righted and slowly raised off the ground until it's properly perpendicular,
Right.
at which point those engines just explode with screaming thrust and this. You can feel, I mean, you can hear the air rushing past. You can hear all kinds of noise because this thing has giant holes blown in it. This thing was trashed.
Yeah.
Bam Bam, this is the biggest thing we've ever done. It might have been dumb.
We just got out of jump ranger school.
Like this is the biggest thing we've ever done. And I'm starting to think that maybe it was not our best idea.
I think it was the best idea of all time,
Okay.
and I will not be convinced otherwise. And now we have. We'll figure that out.
Okay.
I assume it's like when we woke up, like everybody's awake in the morning, but maybe he's not quite. Like, all the shaking probably tends to wake somebody up.
So the three of
But
you are
yeah.
now awake, and Bigmouth looks at the two of you and says, in 15, he's going to see if he can figure out how you understand time. Give me 1 sec.
That's awesome. And 15 parsecs, which is a measure of distance and not time, I guess.
2, 3, 5, 6. Okay. Now the question is, how's our guy doing? Not fantastic. Nope, not great at all. Okay. In 15 minutes, we should return to the databank.
Why?
In order to reroute our course to planet Lumina.
Let's go.
What's
Start to clip it and let's go. I swear. And I just look at Ripper because she knows I want to reprogram the robots. I already got one.
I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried about Bigmouth.
Listen,
I kept him safe all the way to the ship, and now he's
big confidence gets big gains, and big gains will get us Bigmouth.
He's like a piece of burnt toast.
We'll unburn it. We'll just scrape it off with the knife.
Okay.
All right. So this is a physical roll to make sure that you can climb as this mothership sort of shakes its way up into the up. Yeah, you wait until things quiet down.
Shake.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bigmouth says, "Come, we must hurry." So this is a body check for everybody. 2, 3, 4. Let me go back over here. Take an automatic victory for the fact that you have grapplers that you can use.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? This isn't.
Yeah.
We're not heartless. Here. And okay. Bigmouth is gonna do their best. Got a 1. Ooh. 3, 4. Oh yeah. Oh, 5, 6. Bigmouth is crawling through these pipes like an expert. Almost, one might say, like a dwerge. Bigmouth knows exactly what they're doing and leads you right back to the data processing unit.
Mm-hmm.
Really glad this didn't depend on me.
So how does this work? Are you two tag teaming it? Or are you working together? Or how do you want to manage this?
I probably help her because she's smaller than me and probably has less body points, and also I kind of want to help her so I can try it for another thing at Adept because I'm sort of helping somebody grapple.
Okay.
In a situation that's obviously you got to think about where you're placing your hand and your feet.
Great. How many dice and body do you have?
I have 5 dice and body.
So you're down to 4 with Liz as your tag along. What have we got here?
I think for virtues, I think assertive can apply here because I'm sort of taking charge of her safety a little bit.
You're taking charge, but you're also making this is your decision. So, you're the one who's we're doing this. And you're showing confidence to Ripper because Ripper is not as much of a believer in this plan.
Yeah. So I'm trying to lead by example and be let's go, jump riders.
So that's 2. Focused and assertive. You've got basic training is 3.
Basic training, combat, sabotage, tactics, piloting. Maybe tactics just because it's obviously you have to think about what you're doing.
There is no enemy here.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, are you sure?
If there is an enemy here, you are deliberately playing into their hands.
Then I don't really have anything that plays into it other than basic training.
All right, so you've got 3. What have we got, Ripper, to throw at this?
Traversal?
Oh, absolutely. That's 4. Basic training is 5.
Yep. Is there a spot for stealth here?
No.
Okay. Smart. Come on.
Okay.
All right, fine.
All right, smart.
And I want to claim Untamed for this because this is what children excel at.
Climbing.
This is
Yep.
where Untamed makes sense.
Yep. You can throw psychic
Jungle
at it too
gyms.
because you can tell what not to touch.
That's true. What was that then?
That's
Traversal.
in total. I've been just counting the
Training.
total. You're up to 7 plus 1. So you have a plus 1 victory. This isn't the hardest thing you've ever done, Buster. I like your chances, but there's always that 8 looming over the horizon. So I'm going to go ahead and say, with the shaking and everything else, you're going to need 4 victories.
Okay.
You
out
have
of 4
1
rolls.
already. You have 4 dice.
Yeah. So I need to get 3 victories in my rolls. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Here we go.
Make it happen.
7.
That's 1.
8.
You're at 0.
5.
That's 1.
6.
6.
That didn't go well for me.
You did not get a death.
Well, it's 3 plus 1 though, right?
That's okay.
No, it's 2.
Oh.
No, because the 8 subtracts
Oh,
1.
that's right.
Well, I got 2 for 3. We tried.
Okay. Buster.
Yeah.
You are making your way across the superstructure, and Bigmouth gets ahead of you.
Okay.
Bigmouth gets ahead of you, and they climb up on the big data bank in the middle of the spaceship when they finally reach it, and you can see electricity and kind of a phantom mist pour out of Bigmouth's eyes and mouth and nose into the data structure, into the actual data bank. Right? And by the time you get there, Bigmouth is panting and exhausted. They've hooked themselves onto the data bank, and I mean, they look beaten. Bigmouth looks at you and says, "What took you so long?"
I was dying.
We have a problem.
But I'm fine. What? Now he's talking normal, right? Like, he doesn't sound like, okay. I just double checking to make sure it wasn't just,
No, we have a big problem.
What?
I was possessed by a Lume intelligence.
Yeah, it was kind of funny, but
It
okay.
really was.
And they took over the
It was
Valhalla.
weird. Yeah, we're on the Valhalla. Look at us.
No, there was already a Lume intelligence in charge of the Valhalla.
Okay.
Do you know how they got rid of it?
What?
By telling it about you. And that's when, down below you, you can hear the massive metallic rending of a Jotun robot climbing out of its hangar bay into the interior structure of
Hey, robot, be nice.
And this is where we should break for the day.
Yeah. I knew you were going to say that as soon as you brought up the robot. I'm like, okay, this is going to be like the stop point.
This is our cliffhanger.
This is going to be like either our first
chocolate bar.
This is going to be our first like this is either going to be our first like major combat, or this is going to be or this is going to be or this is going to be the greatest negotiation of all time.
Oh no, this robot that you're dealing with now,
on.
Just to be clear, this is not the robot that was possessing.
Right, no,
he got the other Lume that was piloting the Jotun. He was like, "Hey, go get those. There's a problem." And he was like, "What? Where?" And so now it's inside the robot coming to exterminate you, while the Lume that was inside Bigmouth was like, "Okay, it's snuck into the Valhalla and is." I mean, you probably can guess where this Lume is going.
Yeah. It's going to the homeworld place.
Going to the homeworld. Now
yeah, we're gonna go make friends with all the robots.
Probably not the one in the Jotun.
Yeah, that one.
I feel like that one's that's a losing battle. We might want to avoid that one.
That's where my sabotage will come in play next week.
Now, you also do have some heavy weapons to use against Lume.
Yeah.
You are not completely. You have screamers
We use so many booms, though.
You use the booms. You use the booms, but you have a ton
We
of
Okay, we've got the
scramblers.
totally got
We've
rid
got
of those.
scramblers and we've
Yep.
got our
Yeah, we're
guns
good.
still.
You've got your firecrackers.
We're tough.
You have your wits.
And now Bigmouth's going to be able to function.
I have a bat.
Bigmouth is a jump ranger again. It's true. You do have a bat. Never know when that's going to come in handy.
Yeah, you could shove it into gears.
That's a way to lose a bat, I think.
I don't know. It's a pretty great bat. It's made of adamantium.
Oh. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Of course. Does anybody have any questions, thoughts, any postmortem stuff to table before?
No, I've got to spend the next few days trying to figure out what I want to level first.
Buster, valiant effort.
Yeah, 2 out of 3. I think we'll try for it again next week, unless I change my mind to something else that applies better.
This is the risk and reward side of the game. You cannot retry for that specific. Now you can. The beautiful thing is that it's just words, right? But you have to find a different idea, a different
concept. Yeah.
So
okay.
That one's off the table.
Okay.
And it's a juicy one. It's like it could have applied to almost everything. It's a little bit like psychic in that way. It's like, well, I'm capable. I'm adept. Just let me do it. But
I know I'm like disappointed that I picked such a good one the first time. Like it's like, oh no. I should have picked something simpler, but
there's a whole dictionary full of them. There's a whole dictionary full of them.
Yeah.
And the truth is you're gonna find the same idea a different way. So don't sweat it. Teaching kids that is kind of
that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. So what if people don't give you credit for being X? They're gonna give you credit for being Y, and it's the same fucking thing. That was
exactly.
Exactly. I did it.
Well, thank you for the session. That was really fun.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, likewise. Likewise. Thank you for being here.
Sorry again about last week, but it was a week.
Business is business. I was writing a screenplay. Don't even think twice about it. So here, let me just log off with these people, and we'll be right back. If anybody has any questions about what's going on with Jump Rangers, you can always find me in the Discord. We have a reading of Jump Rangers, a game called Conquest, ongoing, which resumes on Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific. Looks like we're having our other gameplay stream, which is Metagame, with myself and some of the other creators of Jump Rangers, Ippy Looney and concept artist Federico Estevao, which will be on Saturday at this time. Don't be a stranger, Ranger. Anybody have any closing come get me's or stuff you're doing this week? The Patreon support. Check out the Patreon for Alice.
Yes, please do. There's a whole lot of short stories, and I'll admit that not a lot on the site is safe for work, but it's all fun.
Where do people find it? At StudioMetropolisInc.com? Is that where you go?
It's StudioMetropolisInc.com or Patreon.com/StudioMetropolis.
Perfect.
So, yay!
Anything to plug, Buster, before we break it off?
I got some really cool projects coming up this year. I can't really talk about them too much yet, but just keep, eyes on the horizon. And also always, find me on Playing Star Citizen, twitch.tv/BusterTheDestroyer. Just come see me sometime.
Perfect. Thank you for joining us. Join me later in the week. Don't be a stranger, Ranger. Take care.
Thank you.